Hi, my name is Pallavi. I worked with some of the most iconic, interesting, passionate brands in leadership roles over 15 years. So, I'm going to talk about 5 traits which can help you understand how you can be a great leader. I think the number one thing which I will tell you guys is clearly define clear metrics to make your business successful. And when I say defining clear metrics for success, what does that mean? It means that you need to define a clear pathway forward to defining what is the short term benefit and objective and what is your long term goal for your business, for your product, and most importantly, for your consumer. It's important that those metrics are interdependent. So, sales organization is dependent on marketing is dependent on your financial organization, and then most important is of course your service, right? Ultimately today, the Amazons of the world and all the e-commerce players have really spoiled us as consumers. So everything has to be interdependent so that we work together as a team. So really defining that as key KPIs, and don't have too many KPIs. I would also say that because it complicates your business, it complicates you when it is leading to performance. So have between 3 to 5 KPIs which lead your business lever to actually making a dent in consumers' life, which is of course a beautiful dent and an experiential dent, and which helps you grow your business. So let's talk about the second trait of our masterclass. Modernizing our data strategy is very, very important, and invest in the right marketing technology is utmost important to make your business successful. There is a lot of data which is available. There's a lot of insights which is available. But what are we doing with that data? It is very important to have experts who understand data, look at that data, synthesizes that data, and then say what should be done with that information. Often we are overwhelmed with Excel sheets and great tools and enterprise solutions which show us amazing graphs, amazing Pythons to tell, oh my God, this is what our consumers are doing. I don't think so any of us understand that, do we? So in a very simple way, if we can know out of this whole data pool, what is that quality of data which can be used either to improve customer experience, second, either to find the right product which can help your business further, and the third most important thing is what we should stop doing. There are a lot of things we need to stop doing as business. Today, consumers don't want to be attacked with a lot of ads, and that's true. I think even I don't want to, most of us don't want to, right? But because of marketing automation and technologies, today it helps you. Yeah, it helps you to talk to the right consumer at different life stages of their journey. And I just feel any customer who gets in touch with you, never let that customer go out of your brand sphere. Today, he or she may not be your customer, but in the future will be. But how they remember you with your first interface is, the peer-to-peer influence. They're going to talk great about your brand, and that is how it helps you to create brand advocacy. So now let's talk about the third trait of being a good business leader. Yeah. So structure must follow strategy and not the other way around. And let me explain what I mean by that. It's very, very important to have a structure, whether it's your team, whether it's a small enterprise or a big enterprise, or you're coming up with a new project within the company. It's important to have different stakeholders buy that. So it's important that the structure before you launch any project, whether it's a short-term project, it's a campaign, it's a product launch, or it's a long-term project, you need to have buy-in across different verticals. If you have silos, you will of course, maybe annoy a little bit of people. They may not buy your idea even if your idea is great. So it's always good. Your first customer who you need to sell sometimes, your idea is your internal stakeholders, then your external stakeholders, right? So I think it's important to have that kind of mind frame that you're okay to involve people who may not be from your department or your enterprise or your own people you are comfortable working with. That kind of brings a more collaborative way, that is structure. Second, it helps people to buy in your strategy and say, oh, it's our strategy. And I think that way you can build a very strong business. And more importantly, you will be more consumer focused because all people in the room or all people across verticals or departments are ultimately your customers. So let's talk about the fourth trait. So I think it's critical and very important for every business today to identify young leaders and champions, and then giving them at the seat, giving them the seat at the table. I think it's very, very critical to, while you identify them, but also giving them a voice, giving them respect, and giving them the opportunity to present their ideas. And when I say that, when I started working, like I said, I was fortunate to work with great mentors, some of them great bosses who believed that young talent actually come with great creativity. Most importantly, they're not biased and they're not scared, they're fearless. And when you're fearless, most of the creative ideas actually come in when you're fearless. When you're always around structures and positioning yourself, then sometimes ideas take the back seat. Young people have an attitude which can help you find things, articulate things much better, and then there's a drive to make things happen. Yeah, they're here to prove themselves that I can do much more, I can lead a team, and that's what they see from their seniors, right? So it's important, like I said, finding the young talent, giving them a project, giving them a right team, and giving them a free hand. And most importantly, when the time comes, let them come and present to the entire senior leadership. I think that's something which A, gives them confidence, and second, also gives them that I did it. I think those are things which are very, very important for leaders to understand, that youth drives the nation. That is very, very important. So now let's talk about the fifth trait. And this is an interesting and I think kind of my favorite as well. Identifying cultural and lifestyle digital trends and then adapting them to ensure that you can help that change for your product, for your business, and of course then ultimately, I'm obsessed with the customer. It has to help the customer from an experience point of view. And often what happens is every organization has its own culture, and people have their own culture, right? We all come from different backgrounds and we work in different organizations. But it is important to look at what is the culture outside the organization. And why I say that? Because our customers define our brand, our products, our behavior, and what we sell, right? So it's very, very important to understand what trends are changing, how our customers are changing. And I think that's where what I'm talking about, picking up those nuances online, what our customers are doing, what are they sharing. And that's what digital does, right? And I think digital helps us pick up those trends quickly, and we can adapt that because this is what our consumers want, and then form something which is very interesting, and then ultimately divert that emotional trend to the product we want to sell. So I think these were the 5 things I wanted to share with you guys. Thanks for watching and have a great 2021. I think the canvas is yours. There are huge opportunities. You need to grab them and learn new skills. They always help. Be hungry to learn. I think that's what has kept me going. And just have a fantastic, fabulous 2021. Thank you, guys.